welcome to this week's episode of Duck TV Sports. I'm Macy Highland.
And I'm Jenny Sanchez. We will preview this upcoming week of Oregon athletics, highlight 3 track athletes from the Pac-12, and showcase Oregon's Olympic weightlifting team.
Let's get started. Historic Hayward Field hosts the Track and Field Pac-12 Championships this coming weekend. Many Ducks sat out of the Oregon Twilight Meet last week in preparation for the championships, where they look to take the title for the 9th consecutive year. Last weekend, the Combined Events Championships took place in Corvallis. Mitch Modine took the men's decathlon for Oregon over teammate Joe Delgado by 98 points. The Pac-12 Championships will now come to Tracktown, USA this weekend. Talia Franco highlights who to look out for in the women's 100-meter dash in this week's Triple Threat. Take it away, Talia.
On this week's Triple Threat, I will highlight 3 athletes to look out for, competing in the women's 100-meter dash at this weekend's Pac-12 Championship. Let's get started. First up, Oregon Duck redshirt sophomore Ariana Washington. Washington is the reigning champion of this event and has a whole lot of other heavy metal to go with it. She is a 6-time All-American, a 3-time NCAA champion, a Pac-12 champion, and a 2016 United States Olympian. Not only has she racked up those titles for herself, but she has helped her team set a new collegiate record in both the 4x200 and the 4x100. Oregon Tracktown fans looked for the Ducks to continue her dominance in her 2017 Hayward debut season. Next up, we have UW senior Kennedy Boyer. Boyer is a first-team All-American for the 60-meter dash, All-American honorable mention for the 100-meter dash, and was ranked 8th in school history for the 200-meter dash at the Husky Classic. She has constantly been a top competitor for her 3 years at Washington. Following her stellar freshman year at Ole Miss, Boyer had a terrific first season as a Husky as she was awarded the Pac-12 champion in the long jump and helped break a school record in the 4x100 relay. Clearly, Boyer is a great competitor no matter what school she is representing and will give Ariana Washington a run for her money. Last but not least, we'll have Deanna Hill, a junior from the University of Southern California. Hill is not a standout runner compared to Washington and Boyer, but I would not forget about her just yet. She ranks in the USC's top 10 in the 100-meter and the 200-meter. Hill helped her team set the record for the 4x100-meter relay in the NCAA championship last year. I predict that Oregon's very own Ariana Washington will take this event, but it could very well be a photo finish. Well, that's it for this week's Triple Threat. Back to you at the desk.
Thanks, Talia. Oregon softball heads to Palo Alto, California this Thursday to face the Stanford Cardinal for the last series of the season. Stanford is 2-19 in the conference and 19-29 on the season, which sets up to be an easy outing for the Ducks. Even if Oregon sweeps the Cardinal, it won't really matter. Arizona clinched the Pac-12 championship on Sunday, ending the Duck streak of 4 straight. The past weekend, Oregon softball was the underdog against the number 2 Florida State Seminoles. However, they pulled out a clean sweep after a doubleheader on Saturday and a late game on Sunday. The Ducks made a strong case for a top 8 seed in the NCAA bracket, which would allow them to host a regional and potentially a super regional.
It is a big series. It is a big matchup. You know, it's an opportunity to try to get that top 8 seed if we can. And, and they're a very good ball club. So we played it up like a super regional type matchup. And, so I'm just glad the way we came out, especially against 2 tough pitchers.
The Ducks will face the Oregon State Beavers here at PK Park this weekend. The Beavers are ranked number 1 in both Pac-12 and NCAA, so the series may prove tough for the Ducks. Oregon baseball left Pullman, Washington this weekend with a series loss to the Washington State Cougars. Last weekend, the Ducks won the first game 8-2, with David Peterson breaking the Oregon single-season strikeout record. Wazoo answered back to win Game 2 and 3. Baseball needs to hit the weight room in preparation for the Civil War series. Maybe they can take a few pointers from the Oregon Weightlifting Club. Emma Childs has more.
Hold it.
The snatch and the clean and jerk. These are the 2 Olympic lifts that the University of Oregon Weightlifting Club competes with. Coach and president of the club, Jordan Boryak, founded the USA Weightlifting Sanctioned Club last fall. Since then, the club has rapidly gained members. The club is now home to 25 members, making it one of the largest in the state of Oregon. These weight clips are not the only thing that club team members need to secure in order to have a successful Olympic weightlifting session. But the athletes have also discovered that they need to secure a determined mindset before every Tuesday and Thursday practice. Coach Boryak emphasizes that physical and mental gains are their main focuses.
Being a person inside the club as well, not only your weightlifting and paying attention to the details it takes to weightlifting, but the details in life.
Boryak designs the programs for every athlete on the team to follow, and his time spent coaching for the club is all completely voluntary. Boryak says being a veteran makes him want to help the athletes more.
And if I could provide that opportunity for other people and see them change, then it's all worth it at the end of the day.
While weightlifting is an individual sport, there is still a valuable team aspect.
I'm just mostly here for the atmosphere and like people to lift with.
Emma Childs, Duck TV Sports.
The University of Oregon Weightlifting Club holds tryouts every term. For more information, visit their website.
Women's tennis earned the number 3 seed in the NCAA tournament and its first NCAA bid in 10 years. The Ducks will be joined by first-round opponent, number 2 seed NC State, number 1 seed Georgia, and number 4 seed South Carolina State. The team will face North Carolina on Saturday at 6 a.m. Pacific time. With 6 conference wins in the regular season, the Ducks earned the team's best Pac-12 record since the 04-05 season.
Oregon's men's tennis will head to College Station, Texas on Friday for the NCAA tournament. The 2-seeded Ducks will be facing 3-seeded Memphis Tigers in the first round. This will be just the second meeting of the two teams in school history. Thomas Laurent will hold a spot in the NCAA D1 Single Championships later this month, but for now, he and the team will focus on defeating the Tigers and moving on to the second round of the tournament.
Volleyball enters a new era with head coach Matt Omer after serving the last 3 years as an assistant. With the coaching staff in place, Omer and the Ducks continued its spring scheduled games against Washington and Oregon State this past Sunday at Matthew Knight Arena. They will finish off the spring exhibition schedule this Saturday against the Beavers.
That's it for this week's episode. I'm Macy Highland.
And I'm Jenny Sanchez. Make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Duck TV Sports and like us on Facebook.
And if you're looking for somewhere fun to take your mom this weekend on Mother's Day, the Civil War series at PK Park is sure to be a great stop.
Yes, and on behalf of all of us at Duck TV, thank you to the mothers who consistently repost our videos on Facebook. Back to you, Manel.